Yeah, I thought I'd do today's video from my garage. So I can kind of show you the other things that I've been doing. The iron's in my fire. So first of all, I just wanted to say hello. I've got new subscribers, and apparently algorithms are presenting me in places. And thank you. No, I really appreciate it. There's been some wonderful words of support. That I really, really appreciate, because honestly I need it. I'm having a definite wobble of a day today. I think honestly, I'm a nervous person. I'm an anxious person. I'm on the autistic spectrum. I will say more about that in the future. Please do ask me questions as well. If anyone's got any questions they want to ask on the comments, please do. So I'm an anxious person. This was never gonna, be the best thing. I mean, for my mental health in the short term. Long term, might be the best thing I've ever done. Hopefully will be. So I find myself, if I'm working on my own, I get in my own head a lot. Hands up if that happens to you as well, hey? I know I'm not alone in that one. So I'm alternating between excitement about the future, apprehension, being really quite pissed off about the fact that I didn't end the 95 on my terms. I'm not going to get into it because people are quite vindictive, it would turn out. But let's just say people didn't want to hear the truth about their company and quite how much danger it was in because of the absolute state of its tech. So, as such, I'm in my own head a little bit. But this is a place that I come. This is not new. I've been doing this for ages. This is my garage out the back of my house. So there's my house. There's my laundry. Whoop. Sorry, I'm pointing, but it's reversed on the screen, so I get confused. And then here we go. So these are all bikes that are either in for repair or ready to be renovated and sent off to a new home. These two I'm just fixing at the moment. Where's my camera going? Got them up on the stands. And then in here, this is, so my wife takes, well, my wife is Banff's pole dance teacher, which is really cool. She is also a big creative in her own right. So there's only certain areas of the house that I'm allowed to acquire. What's the term they use that Russia likes to use? What was it they did to Crimea? Anyway, whatever they did to Crimea, that I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to take the garage to be my own place. So originally this was this had no doors on it when we moved in, which is mad. And there was just this little building at the back here. But now I've got all my bike stuff. Loads and loads of parts, loads and loads of tools. These ones over here, that's my electric trike. And some other family bikes. A lot of these things are going to go to the forge or to the bothy when we're ready. But for now, it's a little bit busy in here. So I've been doing bikes for years now. I mean, I've always done bikes for myself. The big thing that changed is we got to Banff and nobody else was doing them. Lots of people ride bikes and nobody was fixing them. So kind of off to help. I don't make any money from it. It's just a fun thing to do, and it's been really helpful to, I know, get me away from screens, get me out of the house, just kind of do something for people. And I've made a lot of friends doing it as well, which is really, really nice. So it's, I guess you could call it in some ways a precursor to what we're doing at Forge. This was my original thing that I was kind of just doing to, I don't know, provide a service to the people of Banff, live local. I'm trying to think. This is a little banner I made up here. This is for Banff Bikes. It really wasn't very clever. That was me on like paint, just putting together pictures of wheels and Allen keys and wrenches and stuff. I thought it was cool, but I think a lot of things are cool, and when it turns out people don't share my opinion. But I like it. So tomorrow we get the keys to the Midden and the Bothy. We're going to be going in there, seeing what's in there, because I honestly don't know. It could be wonderful, perfect state. I mean, I have been in there, but just not for a long time. Or there could be issues. Hopefully there won't be issues. But we were there yesterday. I was peeping in through the windows as much as possible. Put on the new drain pipe, because even though we don't formally own it yet, there was nobody going to stop me doing things from the outside, which means that now there's not going to be a damp problem anymore. And yeah, I think we'll take it from there. I feel like kind of I'm a little bit of a holding pattern until that happens, because that's going to be the big thing. The next couple of months, the big thing is going to be that renovation. That is going to be my job. That is going to be what I do. I have been getting on with a few things. So house jobs, if you're anything like me and you've got jobs around the house, you don't always get them done. Particularly, in fact, what I've found here, winter comes in fast up here. So 2 weeks ago it was warm summer. Today, I mean, it's t-shirt weather now, but as soon as the sun goes down, it gets very bloody cold. In another month or so, it's just going to be winter. So there's a lot of things I need to do to get the house ready. So I've been painting, doing a lot of gloss on the window frames this morning. I've also been chopping firewood, because I've got, well, actually I'll show you, look in here. So because I'm a bloke, I keep every spare bit of wood I ever find, because you never know when it could be useful. You might not be able to see very well, but I've got plenty of wood that I'm either going to use or chop up. So I can save money on fuel this winter by chopping up some of my spare timber. That's what I'm going to do. So that's working pretty well. This is my big new tool chest that I've got for dragging up and down that hill. So I won't be needing to use any petrol to get there. I'm just going to go up and down myself, unless I'm moving big things, obviously. And yeah, funny day, mental health wise. I'm going to pause there, because I'm aware that I can waffle, and I can repeat the same things over and over, and I can start boring people. It's part of the autistic thing. Kind of, I guess it's that thing, if there's a space to fill, if there's no what's the word? Oh, annex. Crimea. They annexed Crimea. I've annexed the garage. That's what I was thinking of. You see, my brain just goes sideways. Yeah, when I don't have feedback from people, I'll just waffle. There's something in it. There's a psychological thing where you have to. The brain just kind of makes you want to speak, or makes you want to fill the space. I used to be a police officer. I was a special constable, so voluntary, but still all the powers of police officer. And I remember interviewing somebody once, and I was like asking questions, and then my colleague next to me just like placed a hand on my arm, just basically telling me to stop. So I did, and then the guy we were interviewing just carried on speaking and told us everything we needed to know. And the officer afterwards, he was just like, "Yeah, sorry I stopped you there. It's just this is a psychological thing. People will, if nobody else is speaking, people will fill that gap, and they'll tell you what you need to know." So yeah, I'm filling a gap, but because I'm actually not talking to anybody in real life, I'm just staring at my phone. I'm just keeping on going. So I'm going to pause there. Please do drop any questions or comments to me. I will reply to everything unless it's spam or deeply offensive. And yeah, I'm going to start thinking about how I can actually increase production values on this channel. I don't know. Title sequence? Nah. But at least maybe I'll start thinking about making separate clips and editing them together. I've got an annoying thing on this phone where I can't flip it while I'm talking, because otherwise that would make it a whole lot easier to be showing you what I'm doing. But there are solutions, there is tech. We will figure it out. See you tomorrow.